And welcome to another edition of the Smoking Den. I'm your host for this evening, Smoky Dan. And tonight I have an interesting cigar for me. It's the Cusano 59. Now the Cusano, it's funny, I've never had one of these, incidentally. Any Cusano. It's a cigar that's readily available at most tobacco shops, and for some reason it's always one of those sticks I know nothing about, and I just always bypass it. I don't give it a second thought. And I got this by accident. I ordered a sampler online. It was on clearance. It was on its way out, and none of the cigars that were advertised were what was in the package. So I was going to complain, but they had already taken the sampler off the website. So I was stuck with what I had. And got some interesting sticks, and this was one of them. So now I'm reviewing Cusano. This is the 59 Robusto 5x50. It's all Dominican long filler, and it has a, which I really like, it has an African Cameroon wrapper, which is becoming a rare wrapper these days due to the fact that it's becoming so expensive. I really love Cameroon wrappers in general. It's probably my favorite wrapper out there. This wrapper is pretty ugly. It's rough. You got a little touch-up right here, lots of protruding veins. I mean, it looks like it's on steroids. But hopefully that won't affect how it smokes. So, without further ado, let's give her a snip. And toast her up. This is a roughly a $7 stick. Ran out of fluid just in time, looks like. Right off the bat, I'm getting that really sweet, sweet woodsy herbal. You know, the Cameroon wrapper, always has that little bit of a sweetness to it that I like. Medium to full bodied, and so far very tasty. I like this. Got some lightly toasted nut flavors coming in on the back to bottom palate. And a really sweet herbal flavor too. I like this. It's not sort of the underaged herbal flavor that you get in cigars that just haven't spent enough time in the tobacco barn or in your humidor. This is a developed sweet herbal flavor, and it's delicious. Just a real creamy mouthfeel. This is yummy. I'll tell you, if this cigar tastes as good as it does now when I get to the band, I am going to feel like a fool for not having jumped on the Cusano bandwagon many years earlier. A bit of a creamy finish. It's not too long, but it's nice. I obviously have a couple inches left to smoke on this Robusto, so we'll be back in a few seconds on your YouTube screen at the vert. Welcome back for the vert on this Cusano 59. Oh man. You know what? The cigar started off good, and it's ending the same way it started. Those herbal flavors have sort of faded out in the second, third, and then they came back. That nutty flavor that I was getting in the back to mid palate, that disappeared after the first third, but it reemerged in the finish, which is interesting. A lot of sweet cream there, a little bit of earth. It's got a nice ash. The burn's been, for the most part, fine. I had some tunneling coming in after the first inch, right after we left off, and then it corrected itself. I got to knock a little for the ugly construction. But it is a tasty cigar. It really is. I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I'm certainly going to take a more serious look at Cusanos from here on out. And if you haven't, I recommend you do the same. It's a good cigar at a pretty good price. Still medium bodied. It's gotten just a little bit hot towards the very end. I probably could correct that, but anyway, I love the Cameroon wrapper, and it's tough to find a Cameroon wrapper at this price point too, making it fairly rare. That said, if this is your first time on the channel, please subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment or rate the video, up or down. I'm always happy to hear from you. And until next time, keep smoking whatever you're smoking.